I know what that noise is. I don't... Can we just stomp? Yeah. I like how there was like a wispy noise too. Yeah, that's cockroach noise. Oh lord. Sometimes the camera gets a little too wacky. I should probably head that way since the stairs might be open actually. This will be more of a straight up dead end. So I think this is probably our best bet. Looks like the lock's broken. I know technical talk isn't always the best thing, but obviously the issue was very apparent. It's like weird that you can't just smack them down with the hammer, the wood if you actually get a down strike on them. I also never really looked into fixing this, but I feel like the heavy attack is good enough. Really nothing over here, huh? It was all lies? I was bamboozled? Whoa, James. Got a little wacky there. Okay, I don't know if the stairs really will do anything. Obviously the, Oh, that's nice too, how the, it shifts the map a little bit so we can see exactly. That's nice. I like that. Okay. So see, like I said, the actual like movement of going through dungeons is something that I can't really remember too well. Obviously, by the fact that I completely forgot that you. Huh. Look at that. Obviously, by the fact that I completely forgot that you jumped through the window to go into the Blue Creek apartments here. I remember that being a thing in a game, but I didn't remember it being specifically from Silent Hill 2. I also think they used something similar in the first Silent Hill movie, but I don't remember. There's something written on the desk. 3 bright coins and 5 holes be. At one end sits the seducer of she. The wind from behind the woman doth play. The formless one, null, lies furthest from they. The old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left that he doth rot. Yeah, that's helpful. There's a line of 5 1-inch round depressions set into the table. Alright, you can imagine, we have some coins. But I'm going to tell you right now, we do not have all the coins. I'm sure the map tells us nothing, actually. Huh. Almost walked right by that fancy medkit. Who put this here? Is that an actual sign? That's almost weirdly detailed, but I wonder if that's partially because of the enhanced edition. I noticed there's a lot of, like, interestingly crisp posters from the enhanced edition that I can't imagine were actively as visible. I think these rooms always freak me out more when there's no sound. At least when like you hear the static and the enemy encounter music, you're kind of like, yeah, I know exactly what's in this room. But when it's just completely silent. Not to mention, like, the mannequins kind of mask their sound. What's this closet? I can't open it.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela. Okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're You're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
Well, I just figured, 'cause this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah,
Am I right?
I'm so tired.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
She's dead?
Don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least, I don't think so.
I've got to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town's dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. I'm sorry. I've been bad. Please don't.
So, a bit to unpack there, maybe. Clearly, Angel's got a bit of some problems. I think it was in the graveyard cutscene. I kind of already forgot. She kind of started to say she was looking for her mama, and then kind of like corrected herself to say mother. Very much seems like she kind of reverted to like, she's kind of not, it's not like a split personality or anything, but some kind of like reverting to something else there. I think clearly with the way that conversation went, with how out of it she was, she even like says I'm tired, and I think like stuff like that is kind of what makes me think that it's like was very intentional, the way that the dialogue is. It's very it sounds like they are talking through a dream. They're barely awake, and they are kind of trying to grasp where they are and what's happening at the given moment. Now, I think we have everything that we really need. I'm gonna just try to make sure. Ooh, we decided to get a little movie here. Let me kick you. Got him. We'll get more out of Angela later, of course, as well as Eddie. Looks like the lock's broken. Whoa! Man, I'll never get used to the flip. So I also looked up, because I was curious about it after I questioned it. Speaking of Eddie, I went to look up what the deal with Eddie's room is, if it was skippable, or if I missed an item in there. But it, basically, it turns out that Angela's room would have just been blocked. Like, I think it would have said, oh, I can't go in there, something's blocking the door, which I guess would indicate that there is something there eventually. Because it's not the same normal just, oh, I can't go in because the, lock's broken. And it doesn't imply that, like, the door is locked by anything else, so that would, indicate, obviously, that you, maybe can do something there. But I'm gonna put this out there, as much as I love the game. Kinda seems like it's not great game design, because you, have no real indication of why going to Eddie's room would unblock that door. At least with the, going back into that one room earlier on in the dungeon, when the, TV was turned on and there was a body in front of it. There were a lot of things that happened, like you heard a noise and James said it sounds like it came from the north. You saw Pyramid Head standing by the grate near the door. And also, like, you didn't really have a lot of rooms to explore at that point. What I'm wondering, though, well, what I think probably should have happened realistically, is this room here should have been locked and needed a key, and then just have Eddie's room have the key. And it would have been straightforward. It's not like you needed to have that interaction with Eddie prior to meeting Angela. You just needed to make sure that the player hit both cutscenes. But, you know, that's me backseat game deving for a game that came out in 2001. So, don't worry about it. There's something written on the desk. Alright, at one end... actually, wait. It does mention that we need 3 coins, doesn't it? 3 bright coins and 5 holes B. Yeah, okay. At one end sits the seducer of she, we have the snake. The wind from behind the woman doth play, would indicate empty, I think. The formless one, null, lies furthest from they. The old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left that he doth rot. Okay, the prisoner's left kinda... this is a little annoying, because if you get it wrong, it's a little cumbersome to figure out, so I'm trying to just make sure I get the idea. This is at one end, so the snake's on one end. The behind the woman is nothing. Farthest, another end is going to be empty. Old guy's not by the serpent. I don't know, prisoner... Okay. I think I have an idea of where I would put these. So, cumbersome-wise, you have to use near this. I'm going to say... You would think, as a fan of the game, I would just know exactly where these go, but I don't. I don't exactly have a memory related to that. I need to get rid of that mouse. My bad. We know from... Oh, you are called a prisoner. Well, that makes things a lot easier. I was going to say, I assume that the woman is the prisoner, but it does tell us straight away. It sucks, because it's just like... Having to move the arrow for the puzzle puts that there. I don't know. There might be an option for me to turn that off, honestly. And I think you just said you were at the left. I'm a puzzle solver. I have to take the coin. Do I have to take them all out before I can... Cool. Yeah, this is the problem. Alright, let me look again. One instance, the seducer of she, the wind from behind the woman doth play. I don't know if behind really indicates that it needs to be behind the picture of the woman. The formless one null lies furthest from they. The older one beside the serpent sits not. He doth rot. Well, I guess we could just do the same thing, but in the opposite directions, but I feel like everything I did there made sense. Said to, like, the corner, didn't it? We'll worry about removing the arrow eventually. I guess you could argue that the seducer of she would be closer to the woman. I keep pressing triangle, and, like, the worst thing is as soon as I press it, I'm like, oh, that's wrong. There we go. Kind of wish I could reread that real quick. Lynn was in the coin puzzle desk. That tag on it says Lynn. Must be the key. Let's save real quick. Now saving. Also, we did get Angela's knife. Knife from Angela. I don't plan on using this as a weapon. Interesting. The blade is stained with something red, and we can't use that as a weapon. It looks like I can't use that here. Gotta remember that for later. So we should be close to done then, because I think we did everything. Like, the main thing I remember from this is toss some fruit down the chute, get the coins. The coin puzzle, I know for a fact, is a little bit different on harder difficulty. For the most part, the puzzles, what they do is they just have a fluffier wording for the poems related to them. So with that coin puzzle, it would just be a bit harder to parse out what you're supposed to do. Like, that's kind of the gist. I'm going the wrong way. How dare I? I want to see. Let me look. Huh. Balcony. What's the deal with that balcony? I really wish I would have said that Silent Hill line when we picked up the radio, but I forgot. I got too excited, and now I won't stand a chance. Hello? Who said that? So, I don't know if that comes up again. If we leave and come in. Okay, let's just bail. I don't think anyone fully knows what the whispering there is. And I heard a theory that probably is just true. That it was probably just mumbling that they had in the recording booth that they just kind of threw over it. Like, I don't know, people were talking or just whispering in. So, I don't know. Maybe they do actually say something. I know, like, people obviously guess what is said in the, that room. But I don't think you could ever really get anything accurate unless if someone outright says it, which I doubt they would. Or, like, that they would even know. Where are we at the moment? 208. Got the apartment stairway key. Paintings displayed here. There's nothing of particular interest. Yeah, I didn't really want to look at the painting. Is that, like... I thought that was a note. Doesn't it look kind of like it would be a note? Might just be that it's a paper with the key on it to make it more obvious. It's absolutely a piece of paper. Like, can I really not interact with that, James? Can't even just tell me, hey, that's not a note. James? What are you doing, James? Help me help you, James. Now saving. Damn. Well, if we get to stairwell, that means we're gonna be able to leave, right? Sorry, didn't mean to walk in. It's like when you walk in on your dog just like humping something. And you're like, it's... The dog's just kind of making eye contact with me, and I really don't like it. So, I think now is probably a good time to mention. Like I said, I kind of tried to sneak watch my parents play the game. And in... Oh, close one. And in doing so, didn't really get a good look at a lot of things. I also thought about it, and at the time, I had no, I wear glasses, and at the time, I did not know I needed glasses. So I, had blurry vision. So I don't think I could visually see very well what things looked like. And I had, like, I don't know if it's because I didn't get a proper look at Pyramid Head, or if it's just because I don't know. My mind wandered, though, and what I envisioned Pyramid Head being... It's really weird, and this is going to sound silly, and I don't know if I can describe it very well. But I pictured it having more like a duck face, where it had like a bill, and its like head was more like obviously mechanical, probably the pyramid part, obviously, and had like a crank on it. And the duck bill itself was skin stretched over it that would be pulled by the machinery crank. So it was like fleshy skin over what looked like a duck bill. And he would like pull the crank, which like if you saw in the cutscene where James was in the apartment, we're in the apartment, so was in the closet, that he if you saw in that cutscene, he kind of was scratching at his face. That might have been what I envisioned as him doing the, like, cranking the skin to stretch over the duck bill more, like to pull it closer to his head. But for, yeah, I don't know. It's so weird because it's, like, such a detailed idea in my head, which clearly is not the case, obviously. I don't know where it came from. Like, I feel like I had to have had something else that made me think of that. But yeah, it just is weird. So I like Pyramid Head's little boots. How long have I been describing Duckface? Go, James. Oh! Wow. That's a shame, too. That's a real goddamn shame that I got hit that last moment there. So, I mean, now that that happened, I guess I'm not gonna... It almost worked. You might have noticed I wasn't doing anything in that fight. The reason being that eventually... That really just killed me in like one shot too. I'm pretty healthy. I know it hits hard, but I thought you would be able to survive one hit. Eventually, I think it takes like 3 minutes. Pyramid Head will just leave. And that siren you heard as I died was the indication that Pyramid Head was gonna leave. He also, you might have seen he walked away too. That's a damn shame. I also want to see, can we turn it off in this menu? I know in the, game options. Nah, there's a thing to turn off, that, like, red cross that indicates that you are in danger, which I don't really need. Whatever. But, if you don't attack him, in 3 minutes' time, the siren will blare and he will leave. And then you can just continue on. I was hoping that I could just do that because I was like, oh, this would be a good time for me to tell my stupid duck face story. But it, didn't work out. So, additionally, if you do shoot him, it will speed up the timer. Well, you can also do melee damage on him, but clearly, if you didn't notice, getting attacked hurts. I don't know how many shots you really need to do. Realistically, I don't think we need that many bullets. So I'm kind of okay with wasting bullets. But if you can imagine, I really wanted to try to do this encounter without wasting items. And like I said, you couldn't melee him. I think there's a reload button. He'll reload on his own, but the problem with that is that you obviously are just standing still. I'm so upset. Try kind of skirting around him a little bit. So that speeds up the process a little bit. He will still try to jab at you if you get too close, but as soon as the siren plays, he is just going to bail. That's why you save your bullets, so you can watch Pyramid Head go. Hate to see him go, but love to see him walk away. I think if we get close, we could actually watch him a bit more. He's already gone, though, and I missed that chance. It was like right there, too. If I just dodged that last hit, or if it just didn't kill me. Yeah, reload those bullets. How many do we have left? Oh, we have plenty. I didn't realize just how many we actually had from picking them up. Yeah, it's fine. There's really no reason to hold on to those. I don't even know if hard difficulty really has a reason to hold on to them. Looks like I can't use that here. I didn't want to look at memos either. In my restless dreams, I see that town. Special place, Silent Hill. Restless dream, I see the town. Alright, we don't want to, have that anymore. Can I look at the, lying figure here? Nope. No lying figure for me. Okay, well, spooky encounter with Pyramid Head aside, and the game over from one hit. Obviously, he's slow moving, so of course his hits would be hit hard. But we, escaped. We're out of here.